Hey, how are you? I mean, how are you? How are you doing? I know, I know it's hard. You know, grief is an entity unto itself, and as much as we try to figure it out and wrap our heads around it, it's remains much of a mystery, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're having to navigate this and try to figure it out and find meaning and reasons. And you probably ask a lot of why kind of questions, at least if you're anything like me. And honestly, I don't know, I think maybe a lot of those questions are not meant to be answered or may never be answered, and that's okay. We just have to be okay with that. Here's what I have found. Those of you who know me know I am a big analogy girl. So for me, I think about grief like a passenger in the car. It's likely an unwanted passenger, but a passenger nonetheless. And what I have learned is do not let it sit in the front seat. If grief has to be there, and it does, don't let it sit in the front seat. You do not want grief to have any access to pointing to which way you should go, or being able to control the radio or the temperature in the car, right? So, in the back seat, let's acknowledge grief is a passenger. Okay, you're a passenger, but on my terms. You're going to sit in the back seat. Honestly, sometimes probably in the trunk. Sometimes you just put it in the trunk, but it's there. If you don't already know this, I'm sorry to tell you, but I also want you to go in kind of with eyes wide open if you can, but grief is going to be your constant companion, and you're going to learn how to have it be there in your life and as part of your life. And I'm so sorry that you have to. And honestly, like for me, I've experienced a lot of grief in my life with loss of people who I love so much and cherish so much. And I know so many of you have that too. And for others, it's the loss of a pet, a beloved pet, or a child, or a parent, or frankly, a job, or a dream. Grief is grief is grief is grief, and it sucks. It does. There's not a lot of positive attributes, right? But it still is what it is. And so if we can, I don't even know, the best that we can, accept grief as a passenger in our journey of life, then I don't know, I'm kind of a control person. I think a lot of us are, right? At least I feel like at least it gives me maybe some control of just knowing that it's there. I don't want to. Trust me, I don't want to. But I have learned to acknowledge it. And I think that step is really important, because grief is going to be there. And it's not always going to look like sadness and crying and mourning. And sometimes it's going to be laughter and joy and giggles and uncontrollable giddiness. It just is. It's going to be a mix of all those things. But grief is always going to be a passenger. Just put it in the back seat. Don't let it in the front seat. And please, oh please, never, never, ever let it drive. It's going to ask. It's going to sort of try to wiggle its way into that driver's seat. I promise you that it will. Don't let it. That's where you have the control. You have the control to say, hey, listen, I accept you're here. I don't like it. I don't want you here. But I know you're here, and I acknowledge that you're here. I recognize you're here, but you don't get to have the reins. I still get to have the reins of my life. It's my life. It's my life. It's your life. It's your life. You get to have the reins, even when you don't feel like you do. Don't you dare ever let grief drive. Never let it in the driver's seat. I'm telling you, don't let it in the passenger seat either. In the back seat, boop. In the trunk, fine. It's just there. If it's in the trunk, you can't hide or pretend it doesn't exist. You can just maybe quiet it for a little bit. But you got this. I know you don't feel like you do. I know you don't feel like you do. But you are here. You are alive. Even if that person that you loved and love so much beyond measure, or that pet, or that relationship, or that job, or that dream, or that hope, or whatever it is, once something is past, it's past, but you are here. You are alive. And believe it or not, you are well. It is well with your soul. It will be. Even through the hard times. I promise. Hang on. Don't you dare. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare quit. I love you.